From G League, underdog to NBA sensation, Jordan Poole's journey has been a spectacle. But after securing a lucrative deal, his game has seen a decline. Did Jordan P. ruin his own career with a mix of complacency and ego, or is there more to the story? Let's find out. By the end of his third season in the NBA, 22-year-old Jordan P. was hitting his basketball stride, leaving fans and critics alike in awe. Back in the day, mentioning his potential as one of the NBA's bright stars would have had jaws dropping. Why? Because Jordan was not just any player. He was a young talent making waves. Finishing the season among the top 30 scorers in the league is no small feat, especially when you consider that only 5 players younger or the same age as him scored more on average. But here's the kicker. Jordan played fewer minutes and took fewer shots than those peers, all while playing for the team that clinched the NBA Finals. Come playoff time, Jordan didn't just show up. He soared. Matching his regular season scoring but with off-the-charts efficiency, he showcased a level of confidence and scoring versatility that screamed future NBA star. His performance was so compelling it made us think, this guy's going places. Fast forward 2 years, and the narrative has taken a twist. Now with the Washington Wizards, Jordan P. seems to have hit a snag. Far from improving, his performance has dipped, turning him into what many would call an inefficient scorer. It's a puzzling turn for someone whose career once seemed nothing but promising. Jordan P.'s journey to NBA recognition is nothing short of a roller coaster. Not exactly the talk of the town in high school, and with a modest 13 points per game in his sophomore year at Michigan, his draft into the NBA was a scene right out of a movie. The Warriors picked him 28th overall in 2019, and the room was filled with surprise. The moment was surreal, almost like a plot twist nobody saw coming. We're having some shockers here, they said, as Jordan wasn't even seated at the draft table. He was out in the crowd, blending in, because no one expected him to be picked so early. Analysts were baffled. Jordan Poole as a first-round pick. I don't see this. They doubted his potential, ranking him outside the top 50 prospects. Fast forward to his rookie year, and things seem to prove the skeptics right. With the Warriors missing their star players, it was Jordan's chance to shine. Yet, he struggled, averaging just 9 points on dismal shooting percentages. It was so rough that he found himself playing in the G League instead of lighting up the NBA stage. Steve Kerr, the Warriors coach, and remarked that Jordan seemed totally lost, but here's where the story takes a turn. Despite the rocky start, Jordan's work ethic was undeniable. Steve Kerr noted him as the Warriors' most consistent worker, showing up day in and day out, fueled by a drive to improve. Kerr hoped the basketball gods would reward him for his dedication. By his second year, Jordan began to turn heads, showing signs of the player the Warriors had gambled on. His breakthrough came, transforming from a player whose selection once raised eyebrows to a recognized rising star. By his third year, he was playing pivotal roles and showcasing efficiency that had everyone talking. So what went wrong? Why did Jordan P., after reaching such heights, find himself struggling with the Washington Wizards, labeled as an inefficient shot chucker? It's a complex question with no single answer. His early NBA days showed a player grappling with expectations, yet his resilience and work ethic painted a picture of a star in the making. The same determination that propelled him from the G League to NBA stardom is still at his core, suggesting this chapter of his career might just be another hurdle he's yet to overcome. Jordan P.'s journey with the Golden State Warriors hit a milestone when they locked him in with a whopping $140 million contract over 4 years. This move turned heads and raised brows. Is he really worth that? Some wondered, while many nodded, thinking, yeah, he's earned it. But then the ink barely dry on his new deal. Jordan's performance sparked debates. Dropping 12 points against the Lakers and then 7 against Denver, fans took to the internet, pondering if the Warriors had bet too much on him. Yet early reactions were brushed off with a laugh. Give it time, they said. However, as the season unfolded, the laughter faded. The hefty price tag of $140 million began to weigh heavily not just on Jordan, but on the entire Warriors strategy. That kind of cash wasn't just for any star. It was a bet on a future all-star, a game changer. Reality bit hard when it became clear Jordan wasn't hitting those marks. The Warriors found themselves at a crossroads and decided to trade him to the Wizards for Chris Paul, a move that shook the table. considering Paul's contract was 2 years shorter. In Washington, Jordan had the spotlight, a chance to be the man, something Golden State never offered him. This scenario reminded many of James Harden's departure from OKC to Houston, where he quickly morphed into a superstar. NBA legend Kevin Garnett even threw his 2 cents in, betting on Jordan to be a top scorer. Jordan P's got this, he implied, seeing a parallel with Harden's explosive rise after leaving OKC. But fast forward, and the grand expectations seemed a bit out of reach. Jordan wasn't mirroring Harden's Houston glory days. After Jordan P waved goodbye to his old squad, his stats didn't just dip. They took a nosedive. The easy guess, maybe Jordan's not as hungry as before. Bagging that hefty contract could mean he's comfortable, shifting from the underdog in the G League to a player who's made it. But let's not oversimplify. Remember the spat with Draymond Green? Only recently, whispers emerged about what might have sparked the clash. Jordan reportedly threw shade, hinting Draymond was just riding Curry's coattails. Context matters here, especially with both players eyeing new deals. Fast forward, and Jordan's not just the new guy with a fat contract. He's stirring the pot. His actions post-payday scream arrogance. Take that Lakers game, for instance. Jordan's performance was far from stellar, yet when benched, he couldn't help but gripe about it. Or that nail-biter against the Pistons, where a crucial turnover by Jordan saw him hitting the deck and staying down, ignoring a teammate's hand. These are the kind of moments you wouldn't have seen from him pre-contract. The dynamic within the Warriors started to change. Steph, Draymond, and coach Steve Kerr, the backbone of the team, seemed to have had their fill. Jordan's departure felt inevitable, and early into the season with his new team, it's clear the diva behavior hasn't left the building. His current teammates appear just as frustrated, facing the brunt of Jordan's me-first attitude. What's going on with Jordan P? Once hailed as a hard-working talent, his shift in focus, or lack thereof, is palpable. The court used to be a place where his dedication and skill did the talking. Now, it seems his ego does most of the chatting, overshadowing the talent that got him noticed in the first place. Since bagging his blockbuster deal, Jordan P's stats have taken a hit. His hustle on the court, not like the old days. Turnovers are up, shooting accuracies down, and those tight contested shots that used to find the net, not happening as much. It's like the fire that drove him from the G League to the big leagues has dimmed. Seeing a player who once scrapped for every minute on the court now labeled as a team cancer is more than a little disheartening. But let's be clear, this isn't about Jordan's raw talent. No one's questioning his skills with the ball. The issue, his effort seems to fluctuate more than the stock market. Jordan P's tale is a cautionary blend of potential and pitfalls. With talent undoubted but effort in question, has he truly derailed his own career, or can a turnaround still be scripted? What's your take on Jordan's saga? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this analysis, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights